All right, what's up, everyone? This is part 2 of the Lunistice any percent glitchless guide. If you missed part 1, go back and watch part 1. Otherwise, let's get into part 2. And then as we get into 3.2, this is going to be the first like major trick and major kind of path defining thing. So, all right, and just for context, crystal jump saves about 15 seconds off of not doing crystal jump. So that's kind of your time loss versus reward. If you do not want to do crystal jump, just skip to this time slot. This time slot will take you to what you will do if you're not doing crystal jump. But for everyone else, let's go over crystal jump. So crystal jump is the first and really main, I think this is basically the only quote unquote trick or skip that we're going to be doing, where we're going to skip all of this level and we're going to ideally complete it in under a minute, right? And so to do this, we use the spin jump. So again, with the spin jump, just make sure that you're getting the full height by, again, just making sure you're pressing A the whole time when you're jumping and not doing one of these where you're releasing the A button. So again, just holding it down, and then at the apex of the jump, we're gonna input another jump, right? So we're gonna go up and then try not to fall and then do that. So we want two max height jumps. We want a max height spin jump and a max height single jump, and that'll get us onto the crystal. So let's just show the trick and then we'll talk more about it. So we're gonna go over here, spin jump, jump here, bam, land here, and then you're gonna go forward. So let's talk about what I am doing there. On the way over, I like to kind of hold here we go. I like to hold kind of down and down right, but just slightly. So if you see, I'm down like this, I'm not moving the control stick that much. That just, as you turn around, it just makes the green bar, you just stay on the green bar a bit longer. It's just good to have the extra speed into it. And then once I jump, that's when I pull all the way back. So whenever I jump, I pull all the way back, kind of down right, somewhere around there in this general direction. I like to, as soon as I hit the spin jump, I pull all the way back, and then I kind of go back to neutral, if not a bit forward, whenever I do the jump. So let's just focus on that for now. So again, you can just watch my stick here. I'm gonna do this thing where I kind of go back and down, and then I pull back, and then actually I don't really reset to neutral. I kind of just hold back the whole time. I do let go of it some. There's a lot of little stick movements that I do there, but another thing to know is that you see these these columns. I like to initiate the jump right there in between the first set of columns. So that is where I like to jump. I like to either jump right at those columns or right after those columns. You don't want to do it before, because if you do it before, you have to do that, and that's hard, and you don't try to do it, but you can technically do it. You do a mid-air correction by flinging yourself forward. It's ridiculous. What is actually good though is to wait until you're at the first set of columns, and then you just boop, and it makes it a whole lot easier. I'll show it a couple more times just because this is going to be the hardest thing you're going to learn if you're wanting to learn it. This saves, I don't know how much time. We're about to find out how much time it saves. I'll insert future Nastani here to tell you how much time that it saves. But I'll show it one more time to completion here before he talks to you about that. But yeah, and then you're just going to go over here, and then we're going to go get this checkpoint so we don't have to do crystal jump again if we die on the next tricks. All right, and for everyone that has just learned crystal jumping, just skip ahead to this time slot, and then we'll continue the rest of the run because it's going to be the same from non-crystal jumping to doing the crystal jump. So just skip to this time slot, and then we'll start from there. All right, and for everyone not doing crystal jump, what we're going to do here is that we're just going to simply jump onto this water slide, and then once we get to the end of this launcher here, we're going to hold to the right, and then we're going to attack, and we're going to do a big jump, and then we're going to really delay our jump there, and then make our way to this railing, and then we're going to jump forward all the way here. Now, if you fall, I guess I'll just show the pathing up here. If you fall down here, I recommend resetting personally, but if you do fall down, you can walk all around in this giant circle, and then you can do one of these to get to the launcher over here. and then this will put you up here, right? But for everyone else, you're going to be landing ideally down here, and then from here you can just kind of walk up the stairs, just kind of make your lines a bit tight as you go towards this first checkpoint, and I do recommend getting this checkpoint. Alright, and now that everyone is here now, whether you're doing crystal jump or not doing crystal jump, we're going to do the rest of the level the same way. So again, I recommend grabbing this checkpoint so you don't have to do crystal jump again or do the pathing around crystal jump again, especially since it's on your path. Like if you're coming from crystal jump, you can just do one of those and then get there. But here, we're going to jump to this red balloon, and then all the way over here. You can jump on more of those balloons if you want, and then we're going to do that and land here. So what am I doing? I'm doing 2 full hops and an attack. So what I like to do is full hop, attack, full hop, right? And then you can actually see you can overshoot, which is why I recommend doing like 2 like full hops. And if you're going too short for some reason, you're either not doing full hops, or you're going like this, where you go in a really big circle and it makes it really hard to, you know, go where you need to go, or you're jumping a bit too early. Like if you're like here and you're like initiating the jump, you're gonna miss it, right? So just make sure that whenever you're doing this jump, you're near the edge here, and you're near the edge when you initiate your jumps, and then you're doing full jumps. So, and then you kind of turn a bit harshly there as well. And then up here, this is simple. You just go to the right and jump, and then you land on this, and then you can spin jump all the way over here. Now, if that is a bit too much, what you can also do is you can jump here, land on the green, and then you can just take all the balloons and then make your way over here. Again, I recommend grabbing this checkpoint because it's kind of right in your way again, just to ensure that you don't mess up this next one, where we're gonna spin jump and then land here. You can do that trick without doing an extra hop. I recommend doing the extra hop when you first start off. It just allows you to, you know, allows you to line it up a bit better. But you can definitely just do that if you want. But I'll show it one more time. But you're just gonna kind of just spin jump up to that railing. That skips a whole railing section in this level. So again, spin jump, jump, and you can kind of see your drop shadow telling you where you're about to land. And then that's 3-2. We're at the end of the level. That's it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. And yeah. Then we're going to get through here, just jump over these guys, and exits. So 4-1 is going to be probably the 3rd hardest thing you do. If you're doing crystal jump, that'll be the hardest thing you're going to do. 4-2 is going to be the 2nd hardest thing to do. And 4-1 will be the 3rd hardest thing. So 4-1, we're going to go for a cycle known as red cycle. And so to line this up, what I like to do is just do roughly the movement I'm doing here. And then we're gonna go this way. Just make sure you're cutting your lines a bit tighter here in order to make the cycle. This is the cycle I started out with when I was first learning. And then we're just gonna kind of pause there and then jump up there. And just pausing on that crystal for just a little bit just helps you line up that jump a bit better. And then we're just gonna kind of make our way through the level here. And just kind of like straight line it. This is not too bad. These jellos are the bouncy platforms, so you can spin jump off of them, or you can use your attack to do a spin jump-esque thing. And then we're simply just going to jump over here, jump up off of this guy, get this checkpoint, and then we're going to keep going, just in case we die. Spin jump here to this crystal. We're going to go crystal to crystal, and then we're going to go over here, and then we should make to this red cycle. It's a bit forgiving, as you can see. And then we should get a 19. Well, we should get a 19 anyway. Maybe we might get a 20 here, but you should get a 19 at the end of this level. That's going to be your target time is a 119, which we did get even with the hit. So a big thing to note in this level is if you learn this cycle, you are 1 second slower than record. Okay. Record, I get like low 18s, like 1810s, somewhere around there. That's the time that I get whenever I do this run. So if you manage to hit the cycle, you're 1 second slower than record. And so if you learn the cycle in 4-1, you are good for like ever. There's not much to say about the cycle besides just don't mess up forehead. And also to make that red cycle a bit more lenient, you can also not get that checkpoint that I got, but just be warned, if you don't get that checkpoint and you die, you have to restart the level and lose even more time than if you just died and got the checkpoint, right? But yeah, I really recommend learning that cycle. Not much to say about it, so let's just go into 4.2, where there is a lot to say about this cycle. This is the beginner cycle that I did when I was first learning. Crystal, red, blue, red, and then you're going to go all reds here. So red, 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 and then we're going to go crystal, and then we're going to go red, and then we're going to... You can jump on that red platform if you want. I just don't out of habit. And then we're going to do this climb where we spin jump up this way, spin jump, and then onto this blue platform. And then that is blue cycle. Things to note about the beginning of this cycle is if you do this and you get caught here or whatever, and you just generally don't like this, what you can do is you can just jump here, and then you can just like wait for like whatever platform that you want, right? And then you can let it rock there, right? So I do recommend, like, if this is a bit sketch, you can just spin jump up here, land on this platform, and then line up what you want to do after that. So I'll show this a couple more times just because this is like the really big part of the level. Again, that crystal, and then we're going to go over here, and then we're going to go all reds here. I personally just like doing jump spin jumps just because that is in my muscle memory, and that is the only reason why. You can technically jump on this red platform if you want. You don't need to, you can jump straight over. It's whatever is more comfortable for you. And then just jump, spin jump, up here to this blue cycle, and then I'm going to continue just to show you what the rest of the level looks like. Spin jump, jump, and then spin jump, and then just down the middle here, we're going to land on this middle platform, and then the second spikes here, land here, hit this guy, and then double jump. The blue should appear under your feet if you're on cycle. And then we're simply going to go over here, grab this checkpoint just in case we die. And also it's just literally in our way, might as well. And then we're going to jump to this strawberry after the second spike, strawberry, chocolate. And then what I like to do here is fall, attack, jump. Fall, attack, jump. And then this just allows me to have a bit more control so I don't accidentally bonk my head into any of those walls there. Because those walls can kind of schmurder smack you if you're not careful. And then I like to jump here around the spikes to the red platform. And then you just go red, blue, and you just go across the middle here. And then I recommend not jumping on the jello just because it's a bit tricky to know your timing. So that, and then I like to spin jump over. Just get in the habit of doing that. As you saw, the blue should be out of your way, but if for some reason it's not, if you jump all the way up, that will allow you to, that'll allow you to finish. And then right here, this is, you can jump off the crystal, but I recommend just jumping off of the third tier of the cake, and then just going up here. Target time for this level is about 155 to 156. That's what you should be looking for. I like to go strawberry, graham cracker, strawberry, strawberry. It's just big platforms that you can't really miss, and that's actually what I do in my runs as well. So that is 4.2. Again, not too much to explain, just kind of hit it forehead, unfortunately. But let's just make our way into 5.1. So we are gonna do a slight deviation. I lied to you. What we're gonna do is that we're going to, whenever we alter our path here with our spin jump, we're actually gonna go to the left side of this crystal, because if you're too far to the right and you don't land in the right spot, you can actually just slide off the crystal and then just straight up die. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go just straight line our way over here, spin jump off of that pink mushroom, and then make our way to the rails. Just attacking these guys, make sure they're not here. And then once we get launched, I like to just jump immediately so I can land here faster, get the hyperspeed faster, and then kind of just make my way over here. So that jump right there is, ooh, oh my goodness. That jump right there can be a bit tricky. What you want to do is whenever you line this up, you want to be like right after these guys. So like kind of like in the middle between where this guy is and then where this crystal is, I like to jump from around here. You need to come into this with speed. So let's try this. We're gonna full jump, attack, full jump. I like to do that specifically in that order because it's easier to tell whenever you you've done a full hop if you space it out with an attack, right? So you can clearly see I do full hop and then that, right? So just big jumps there, and then we're just gonna spin jump up here, jump, and then just turn around, and then just jump down, back to the growing tree branch. And then we're just gonna make our way through here. Alright, so here's where you're gonna switch up what you're gonna do. This is kind of optional, but we're just gonna jump off here, and then we're gonna fall down into this giant purple booster, and then go like this. And then you can land on this green, and then make your way to the rest of the level. I'll show that one more time. So through here, you can also just ride the loop-de-loop down if you want. This just saves a good chunk of time. I don't know how much, but it saves a good chunk of time. But again, it's right into the booster, and then press attack. Keep your speed a bit more, and then onto the green mushroom, ideally. And then, oh, we don't almost die, and then we just go this way. And then I'm going to teach you all this trick. What you do here is just spin jump off of this guy, delay, spin jump, delay, and then jump up here. Now this is a lot harder than it looks, because whenever you spin jump off of this, you have to like really delay your jump to get all the way up here, and it's hard to get the height just like you saw, and you can just end up dying. But the secret to here is just delaying your jumps just a little more than you would think. But if that is too hard, you can just spin jump here onto this crystal, jump here, and then you can spin jump all the way up here. And then just with this spin jump here, you can make it easier by going left, because this kind of left side like declines a bit, right? And so with this jump, you can just make it easier by going to the left, and then you can round back over here. Good times for this level is around like 202s to 205s. That's like pretty, like picture perfect almost. We're gonna make our way into 5.2. Now 5.2 is different from my old PB, because this is a faster, what do you call it? This is a faster pathing, but it is equally as easy as the last one. So we're gonna alter here. You can jump on this crystal, or you can just jump on this guy and then go over here. The crystal is faster, but if it makes you uncomfortable jumping to the crystal, just jump on the fucking platform, and then like we can keep going. Here, what we're gonna do is attack immediately and go to this bottom mushroom, and then just spin jump, jump, and then just jump over this guy, spin jump up here, and then we're gonna spin jump up here, and then we're going to jump on this guy, subvert our path here with the attack button, go to the second mushroom, and then we're gonna go right to this checkpoint, because we're actually gonna checkpoint bees. This is a required checkpoint for the path. And so here what we're gonna do is alter our path here, bam, boop, and then we're gonna hit this guy, and then we're gonna reset to checkpoint so that we can skip some backtracking. And then from here we're just gonna kind of jump around here, jump underneath those guys, and then just kind of make your way over here, again altering your path after you get launched. And then we're gonna jump right to this pink mushroom, and then down here to this platform, and then we're gonna make our way onto the sacrifice platform. Again, generally pathing, you can kind of just ignore half the things that I'm doing. Just get to point A to point B, however suits you best. You don't have to do these corner cuts that I'm doing. I just do them because I'm used to them. And so here, this is the major skip you're gonna do. Just make sure you're spacing your attack and your jump out after you bounce off the pink mushroom, and then drop down there. Again, you can make those jumps as easy or as hard as you want them to be. Gonna jump to that checkpoint, and then just triple jump out of it, back to the mushroom, attack, and again we're gonna jump immediately as we land to keep some of that speed off of that platform, so we can make it all the way over. Here you can jump, hit this, and land, or land on the railing, or you can just land hit this and then go. I'm just going to recommend you just to land and then walk into it. Just helps you line up a bit better. But you can, if you stay in the air the whole time, that is technically the fastest way to do it. Again, we're going to check point of views again after we get that one. And then we're going to jump here and then onto this railing. And then we're going to get boosted, delay jump, attack, boom, boom. And we got 2 back to back. And then we're going to go up to the final part of this level where we're going to spin jump into this little bubble here. And then from this bubble, we're just going to go up to the top. I'm going to try to land on this left side mushroom. Nice-oo. And then just make our way through the rest of the level. Pretty cut and dry, so. Alright, and that is 5-2.